Something that occurred to me the other night, and it's just someone had contacted me, and I'm trying to make this as vague as I can, but basically their spouse converted to Islam and is now convinced they need to be divorced because this is part of, I guess, the doctrine involving being married to somebody that's not in Islam.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yoked thing.
I guess they have something similar in Islam, but I shared a story about a very similar contact that I had with someone who actually was on the other end of that, who was the spouse who left because they were a Christian. They were raised religious, but not really, it didn't really take. And then later, after an event in their life where they had prayed and felt that God had helped them, they decided to be a better person and start getting involved in religion, went to somebody that they knew that was religious, talked to them about what they needed to do to get their life in order, and the answer was, you need to leave your family because you can't be married to this person. This marriage is not viable in the eyes of God based on, Christian doctrines. And that person also left their family, and these are families with kids, and I mean, it's tearing apart these families. And then, as this was happening, I was also getting contacted by somebody who is working hard in Pakistan to try and promote secular government there. And one of the things that they had posted was an article about, I believe it was a newscast from Afghanistan, but it was just a clip that I was looking at while I was doing these other things. And basically there's Muslims there that are keeping polio vaccine from children in order to put pressure on people to get the U.S. drones from not, I guess, giving them a problem because they're having a problem because of the drones. But I'm sure they're, nice people wanting to give children polio, and so I can't imagine why they're being attacked. But it ended up, as I was having these conversations, and as I was reading these things and watching these clips, I just thought, isn't it amazing that I'm working hard to, I guess, let people know the problem that is involved here and to deal with people that are indoctrinated into these beliefs and try to help them out of this and try to put a stop to this. And somehow this monstrous thing that I feel like is just a dragon with a million heads comes out smelling like a rose every single time.
Yep.
You cannot convince people that there's anything wrong with it and that it does any damage or harm. And when you mention, it's like, well, what's the difference, what people believe, and it doesn't do any harm, or it helps people. And it's like, wow, I mean, how much damage are you willing to disregard in order to support that this is an okay thing, that this is all right, that this helps people? It doesn't help people. And one of the things that I was that struck me that sort of meshed with this idea was, as I was commuting home about a week ago, I passed this billboard, and in huge letters on the billboard it says "Lost" with a question mark. And it was a promotion for a local church that was saying, you're feeling lost, you feel like you need help, something missing in your life. And it's just this net that gets cast out to anyone who has a problem that they're having difficulty with, and you just want to get that person and drag them in so that you can then give them social support and structure and other forms of support, which I'm sure are useful and helpful. But then you want to tack religion onto that and say, see, religion helped them. Religion didn't help them. Helping them helped them. And the religion is just this extra weird superstitious crap that you're putting on top of it and then saying, see, this is the good that it does. No, it didn't do any good. The people that helped did the good. When you go to do your mission work and you bring food and medicine to people in a third world country, it's the food and medicine that's helping. And yes, they're probably going to be more prone to listen to your sales pitch if you're giving them things that they would die without. But that doesn't mean that the help was the religion. You could have set up a mission to help these people without religion, and you wouldn't have to be selling them on these beliefs that are, ultimately wrecking families and killing people on the planet. And you could have just sort of done the right thing and done a good thing and done a helpful thing just do the right thing instead of trying to sell your product. And I understand that that comes from the perspective of someone who isn't really paying attention to the fact that you believe this product is real. But when you ask all the time that Pascal's wager that is so near and dear to your hearts, that, you know, what if you're wrong, and what difference does it make? And it makes a big difference. It's hurting people. Your religion is hurting people. It's tearing apart families. It's killing people. It's you know, spreading all kinds of awfulness. And you could do all those good things and still get that good result without trying to convince people that it was the religion that did the good and not the medicine and the food and the social supports. And that was just kind of my, I guess, 2 cents on that. Mm-hmm. That it's not a net good. You know, there's good that comes from the social aspect of it. And I know we've talked about that before, the idea that, you know, anything that it's doing that's good can be done secularly. And I agree with that. But I guess my point is the bad baggage that comes with it is immense. It's not minor. It's immense.
I think it's really, and this doesn't happen in every case and doesn't apply to all religions or even all versions of religions, but so many of them not only prey on the weak or people, not, and I don't mean that as an, but people who are going through difficult times or who have already been convinced. For example, you were talking about the lost thing.
Yeah.
You've already been convinced that there's something missing or that they should be looking for something more, and this has been frustrating them. So religion preys on those people, pretends to offer them this something more, and in the meantime messes up their life even worse by breaking up families and, you know, creating this strife and division. But
for these people for the people that come out of this social support network better, like let's say you're suffering from some sort of an addiction, and they come and they help you and they give you support, and, you know, and you're struggling with this, and these people are here and they're just like, we're standing by you, we're helping you out, we'll pray with you, we'll do these things, we'll be there, you can call us anytime, you know, and they are very supportive. Well, anytime you're in a tough situation and new people come and offer support to you, things are going to be better and easier for you. It's always easier to deal with a bad situation when you have people there to help you.
Yeah.
So when there's a bunch of people saying that they're going to help you, who's going to be the bigger advocate for religion changes everyone's life for the better than somebody who got that kind of support and had it infused with superstition? And so they come out and they're convinced, yeah, the superstition helped me.
Yeah.
It's like, no, the help helped
the
you.
People, yeah.
The superstition just was tacked on. It's like the stone soup children's story, you know, it's like that vegetable soup, it really wouldn't have been any better or worse without that rock in the bottom of the pot, really. And if you don't know the story, stone soup, look it up, you'll get the analogy.